Hi everybody, I'm Rachel from Rachel Cooks with Love. Today I'm going to be making a delicious capirotada. This is a Mexican style bread pudding. It's very easy to put together. And if you need a recipe for Easter, when you're going to get together with family or friends, this is the dessert to make. Now this capirotada is delicious when it's hot and delicious when it's cold. Now I like to set the table out here whether I'm going to use it or not. Now sometimes when I'm inside cooking breakfast, I can look outside through the windows and I can see the table looking really pretty, and it encourages us to come out here and enjoy it. Now, if you saw my Christmas video where I made some flower arrangements, you'll see that I usually keep a basket with a lot of flowers all throughout the year. And it's flowers that I pick up at Walmart, or I can pick them up at TJ Maxx. I just pick them up anywhere. And when you set your table outside, it could be just a little table out in your back patio, in your porch. You just feel like being outside, even if it's just for a little while. I've got blue flowers, purple, white, pink, all different colors. And I think that's good. Now I have a very nice collection of Jefferson glass and Carnival glass, and I have it inside in a display case. If I don't bring it out and use it, then it just sits there on display. And it's so pretty, see? And I like to use it out here, especially in the evenings if we have company over. Like this one, I'll set a candle in here. Now I don't know if I'm gonna use all these three colors or not, but I thought they were pretty. I can put some candies in here or peanuts, when we have friends over. And I just think it looks so nice and it doesn't take a lot. And here it is. Now when I'm looking out the window, we can get our breakfast and come and enjoy it out here, or sit out here and enjoy our iced tea or coffee with a dessert in the evenings. And it looks so pretty and so easy. So I'm ready to start with my capirotada. The first thing I'm gonna do is prepare my syrup. It's a watery syrup. And I've got my heat set on medium high. I'm gonna add 5 cups of water. I may use it all, I may use just a little less. I'm gonna be adding 2 piloncillos. This is unrefined cane sugar, or you could call it panela, and it's really hard. I'm gonna put them in here and they'll be melting. I've got 2 large cinnamon sticks. I've got 1 star anise, and I've got 5 whole cloves. I'm gonna add the cloves in there. I'm also gonna be using just a little bit of this orange rind. Look at how pretty this is. And I'm gonna drop it in here. The combination of all these ingredients will make the most delicious syrup. So my piloncillo has dissolved really well and it's just come up to a boil. Now I'm gonna slide it over here to this burner so that I can let it simmer right there on low, just the lowest setting. And I'm gonna cover it up like this until I'm ready to use it. Now I'm gonna tear up my bread. I'm gonna be using 1 French bread loaf. Most grocery stores have it, but if you can't find it, then you can use any kind of bread that you want. I like to just tear it into pieces. Oh, look at how soft this is. And I'm gonna put it right here on this cookie sheet because I'm gonna toast it. Just nice big pieces like this. And here it is. So I've got my oven set to 400 degrees. I'm gonna go put it in the oven for just a few minutes until it gets nice and crispy and golden brown. I'll probably toss it a couple of times. So I'll see you in just a little bit. So my bread is nice and toasted. Just so pretty. Now when you toast it, it gets a real pretty color and it brings out that flavor of the bread. Now I've got some apple butter right here. So I'm gonna dump it right into this bowl. This is 17 ounces right here. Now, I have made this capirotada using all kinds of different ingredients. Sometimes I use dried fruit, I use pineapple sometimes, but one thing I'll never change, and that's the apple butter, because it's heavenly delicious with the apple butter. Now, I've got some butter right here, and before I do anything, I'm going to butter my dish. You can use nonstick spray, but the flavor that the butter adds is just so good, and it doesn't take a lot. And that's good. No fuss. So now that I have buttered it, I'm going to get my bread and I'm going to dip it into the apple butter like this. And then put it right here in the dish. I've got the first layer done. I've got my cheese in the refrigerator. I'm going to get this ready. I'm using cheddar and this is Monterey Jack. You can use any kind of cheese that you want, but I like the combination of Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cheese right here on top. In no special order. See? And I'm going to add some golden raisins. You can use the red or the gold. Now I like this dish a lot because it's got the little bit of the salty and the sweet. And you want to balance it really nicely like that. Now I've got my peanuts. I'm using dry roasted peanuts because of the salt and the sweet together. Some people like to use prunes. Some people use dates, dried fruit, anything you want in here. I think this is a perfect combination, but you can just try whatever you like. I'm also going to be using one golden opal apple. I'm going to peel this apple. I always look for the yellow opal because it's super sweet and crispy, but any apple will do as long as it's nice and sweet. Now I'm going to cut my apple into little pieces. And you don't want your pieces too big, but this is good like this. And then I'm just going to spread them around. See? So I've got the apples spread out. I'm going to save this for the very top, and I'm going to continue the process. Just a second layer like this. So I've got my second layer in my dish. Now I'm going to add the rest of the apple. And now a banana. The flavor of the banana with the apple butter, and all the other ingredients. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm just going to slice this a little thin. Now I'm going to tuck these in here and layer them on top. Put these in any order that you want. You won't go wrong. I love to do this. It reminds me of when I was a little girl and I'd go outside to play and I'd play house. It was always playing house. My high heels and my mama's long dresses and just playing. The sun shining the way it is right now just reminded me of that. Now I'm going to add the rest of the raisins. 1 cup of raisins is usually good for a 9 by 13, more or less sized dish. I like sweet and savory. Now the cheese. And I like to just kind of move it around, tuck it in there, and then put it on top. And that's good. Now I'm going to add my syrup. My mom always called it a tea. I'm going to add it on top and get it very well saturated. It smells so good. Look at this. And that's it. Very easy. I'm going to cover it up with aluminum foil. And I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes or so. You just want it to be bubbly. Make sure that everything comes in together really nicely. And here it is. So I'll see you in about 30 minutes. So my capirotada is ready. I took it out of the oven about 5 minutes ago so it could cool down a little bit. It's still very hot. You want to let it cool because it'll get a little bit firmer and it's easier to cut. Ron, honey, you want to join me for the taste test?
Yes, of course.
Well, this is your plate. Put some right here. Mmm.
Wow.
You ready for the taste test?
I'm ready.
It's real hot.
Okay.
Mm.
There's just so many flavors there.
You can pick up on all the flavors.
Beautiful.
That apple butter, the cinnamon, apples and bananas, everything together makes this an amazing dish. So this is our delicious capirotada. If you like my recipe, give me a thumbs up, send me a comment and tell me what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.